Students, welcome to the 2024 Math Challenge. The goal is to use the digits in 2024. That's the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 4, exactly one time each, along with any of the mathematical symbols or operations of your choice. And you want to form expressions equal from 1 all the way up to 10. Let me show you what I mean by that. Here's how I form the number 4 using only the digits in 2024. Notice this list over here on the left-hand side of your screen. Those are the order of the operations. We have to follow these mathematically in order for our expressions to make sense. The P stands for parentheses. Notice I have parentheses right here at the start of my expression. That's where I have to start. 2 plus 2 gives me 4. And then I'm simply going to copy down the rest of that expression. That symbol right there is another way of showing multiplication. You could also use a multiplication dot, but we tend to get away from an x as multiplication as your students get older. There are no exponents in this expression, so then I will go to check to see if there's any multiplying or dividing. Yep, right here, 4 times 0 is my multiplication. 4 times 0 equals 0. And then I'm going to bring the last two steps down. I have a plus and I have a 4. There's no more multiplication and division left in that equation. So now I'm going to go to adding or subtracting. Of course, that's my last step, is to add. 0 plus 4 gives me 4. So that's how I use the digits in 2024 to form the number 4. There are other solutions as well. That's just one of them. Excuse me. Now we're going to check out how I form the number 6. If I look at my order of operations, are there any parentheses? Nope, not in this one. No parentheses. Are there any exponents? Nope, but I have to check. Is there multiplying or dividing? There actually is. Even though it's the end of my expression, this 2 times 0, I had to go ahead and skip to that part of the expression. Again, I have to do them in this order, not just left to right. Now that I'm down to no more multiplying and dividing left, I have adding and subtracting. I can't just pick one. I have to go from the left to the right when I have adding or subtracting. Those steps are considered equal, so go left to the right. 4 plus 2, that gives me 6. I copy down the rest of that expression. What's 6 minus 0? Well, of course, 6 minus 0 gives us 6. That's only one expression. There are others. There are multiple ways that you can form any of these numbers in the 2024 challenge. Digits can be combined to form greater values. What do I mean by that? Well, notice this one. I used a 2, a 0, a 2, and a 4, but I combined the digits to make 24 minus 20. What's 24 minus 20? That gives us 4. So that might come in handy in a few situations. The order of operations really does matter. I know you think as math teachers just like you to follow rules, but it really makes a difference mathematically. Let's check these two out. 2204, 2204, adding, multiplying, adding, multiplying, adding. The only difference is this one on the left has parentheses. Is that going to make a difference? Well, of course it is going to make a difference. If I start with parentheses, like I should, 2 plus 2 gives me 4, and then I copy down the rest of that expression. What comes next after parentheses? Well, there are no exponents, so I'll go to the multiplication part of it. I'm going to multiply 4 times 0 to get 0. And then my last step, I need to say 0 plus 4 is 4. Do you think I'm going to wind up with that on the right-hand side? I'm not, because there are no parentheses here. Since there are no parentheses, I'm not going to start with the 2 plus 2 like I did on the left. I'm actually going to skip parentheses because it's not there, skip exponents because it's not there. I'm going to go to multiplication or division. Right here, I see multiplication, 2 times 0. Well, that gives me 0. Look already, these two lines are different. They're going to wind up with different values at the end. The only step I have left here is adding. You can add that in your head to figure out 2 plus 0 plus 4 more is going to give us 6. So notice how parentheses make a difference. You can use those to your advantage, though. And the last little bit is about exponents. You probably already know that 10 to the second power is 10 times 10, which is worth 100, or 10 to the third power is 10 times 10 times 10, or 1,000. Well, you can actually use exponents with other numbers besides 10. That's probably new information for some fifth graders. For example, I might use the 2's to say 2 to the second power. That means 2 times 2. That gives me a value of 4. I could say 2 to the fourth power. That means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 16. So you can kind of get tricky with exponents if you want to form different values. You could even say 4 to the second power. That simply means we're going to use 4 as a factor 2 times. Well, 4 to the second power, is worth 16. Now, there's another rule. We can explain it in more detail to you, but the power of zero is actually pretty powerful. If you raise any number to the power of zero, that means use zero as an exponent like we've done here. Any number to the power of zero equals 1. 2 to the power of 0 is worth 1. 4 to the power of 0 is worth 1. All the way out to 42 to the power of 0 is still worth 1. So if you're looking for a 1, maybe you're going to add 1, multiply by 1, subtract 1, you might want to raise one of your values to the power of 0. That could come in handy as well. Here's an example of exponents before we have you try it. I could form the value 8 using 2, 0, 2, 4. I said there aren't any parentheses, but there are exponents. 2 to the second power, that means 2 times another 2, worth 4. I'm going to copy down the rest of my expression. Is there multiplying or dividing left? Nope. There's just adding or subtracting. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 0 more is going to give me 8. So that's how you can use exponents. In fact, here's how you could use exponents to the power of 0. Is there parentheses? Yep, right here. That's where I'm going to start. 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm going to copy down the rest of that expression. What comes next? Exponents come next. Well, 2 to the power of 0. Remember, anything to the power of 0 equals 1. And so what am I going to wind up with for my value? I have 2 times 1, and that equals 2. So when you finish, make sure that you check your work and then show the teacher your answers. And if you have all 10 correct, your teacher is going to give you further instructions. Good luck. Have fun. We know you can do it.